across every sport at every level. Paula Radcliffe, one of the most decorated runners of our time, has won 7 world major marathons, owns the world record in the marathon. There's just one hole in Paula's resume, and that's the Olympic medal. That is because she had to drop out of the Olympic marathon in 2004 due to dehydration. LeBron James, arguably the best ever to play the game, succumbed to muscle cramps due to dehydration in Game 1 of the 2014 NBA Finals, missing about a third of the game and dropping that game to the Spurs. Corey Stringer, All-American Buckeye, another Buckeye in the back of the room, first-round draft pick and Pro Bowler with the Vikings, died at training camp in 2001 when his dehydration progressed to heat stroke. There's one thing that brings all of these athletes that they have in common with the 60 million amateur athletes in the United States, and that is that every single one of them is guessing at their hydration status, and they are getting it wrong up to 80% of the time. We all know the consequences of severe dehydration, but mild dehydration carries with it a 29% performance impairment. On top of that, a 20% cognitive impairment. That's delayed decision-making, delayed reaction times, and impaired judgment. This is completely preventable with the proper tool. And so NICS has developed a single-use sensor, wearable, that tells those athletes in real time the 3 key pillars about their hydration strategy: when to drink, what to drink, and how much to drink. We'll start with the endurance market for a lot of reasons, not the least of which is that it is consolidated and massive. Our addressable market is over $8 billion and growing at 12%. But we'll expand quickly to the team sports market at every level of play, from youth through the professional leagues. The biggest benefit of this market and the biggest attribute of our product is enabling one individual to monitor that athlete remotely. This might be a parent, it might be a coach, or an athletic trainer. Future targets that we look at with a high need for solutions in dehydration also include our military and our labor markets. Similar to Jim Dandy, we are on the younger end of the spectrum in terms of our company, but we've had some incredible progress to date. First of all, collaborating with scientists at Harvard University to develop and now exclusively license a portfolio of patents, 5 patents, the core of which has been issued by the USPTO. We've been very fortunate to receive a lot of support from Harvard University, including $200,000 cash and in-kind as we've continued to grow. We've achieved our alpha prototype of our product. Please come out to our table afterwards and check it out. We'd love to show it to you in a live demo there. We've lined up an impressive roster of product testers as we push forward with that prototype at all levels and across all sports. And most recently got into TechStars in Boston, which commences in February. We have no competition on the market. We do have competitors that are in development, a handful of them, and we enjoy a few specific competitive advantages over them. The first is solid protection from our patent portfolio. Secondly, our patch form factor is athlete-friendly, unlike those bulky wrist-based devices that a lot of other wearables are going for. Third, our direct biometric sensing approach through sweat analytics is far more accurate and more sensitive than bioimpedance measurements that a lot of our competitors are using. And finally, our single-use model, so our sensors are disposable, it eliminates the adoption barrier of a $200 to $400 device that some of our competitors are developing. When we enter the endurance market, we recommend use once per week on an athlete's long run or long ride. So our packaging will be 4 packs for a monthly packaging with a subscription option. We're also looking at half marathon and full marathon training packs of 12 and 20 sensors each. Our unit economics. Each sensor costs only 56 cents to produce, and we're looking at a retail price of about $5, which benchmarks with a lot of the consumables in that market as well. That margin also looks really nice with that sort of typical Keystone retail margin as well. We also, as a startup, always plan to go the route alone, but are looking at a lot of potential partnership options, including white labeling with the right partner, or integration with devices and products that athletes are already using today. So here's the team that's going to get it done. You're hearing from me. My background's actually in venture capital. I've helped start 6 companies on the life science side of the world. I'm a math major from Bryn Mawr, an MBA from Harvard. Our most recent hire is an extremely experienced VP of Product Development. Scott Russillian has 35 years of experience here. He is literally the man who miniaturized the atomic clock. We are extremely lucky to have Scott leading our product development efforts. Ida Pavlichenko is our lead materials scientist. Ida has summa cum laude degrees from the two international programs in inorganic chemistry and physics that are real leading in the program. And Jamie Nickel, with 2 advanced degrees from Stanford, leads our mechanical and electrical engineering efforts. Of course, we augment our small team with a solid advisory board. This is just a subset of our advisors here. That board consists of 3 PhDs, 2 Olympians, 2 nanotechnologists, and a dehydration expert at the Corey Stringer Institute, named for Corey Stringer, who we discussed earlier. So where do we go from here? I mentioned we've achieved our alpha prototype. We've raised $720,000 on our convertible note, very much in thanks to Stadia. We've reached our fundraising goal, but that note remains open for the Stadia community going forward. Those notes will convert in about 6 months, within the next 6 months when we raise that Series A, which is fueling our beta prototype and product launch, which was targeted for Q1 2018. So in summary, Nexus is taking a brand new approach to biosensing wearables. It's an approach that is solidly protected by our patent portfolio and addressing an application with a real solid need in measuring hydration for athletes. I hope you come to our table after lunch, check out our demo. Thank you.